Hey guys, we are back with the last and final set of notes for the whole year, 12.4. If you would please go ahead and write down that definition up there of when do we use this. We're going to use swing and divide whenever there is a number with x squared. What I mean by that is whenever there is a number right here. If it says like 2x squared or 4x squared, if you have an a, that's when you're going to swing and divide. If it's just an x squared, that's reverse FOIL. Okay? Please do not set up your whole page at the beginning like we did last time. The reason I don't want you to do this is I want you to get a feel for how much work you need to fit in here and then space it out based on how much you need, okay? All right, so let's talk about the steps first. First thing we're going to do is swing the A. That means that we are going to multiply it with the C, and we're going to write this new equation down. Let me show you what that looks like first, okay? On problem 1, I've kind of already noted what the swing is going to do. We're going to take that 2, swing it over to the 3, and we're going to change it to a 6. So the 2 is gone, and our problem says x squared plus 5x plus 6. So that's the new equation that we're working with, okay? Obviously that 2 is still there, but we swung it to the end, therefore it's not at the beginning anymore, okay? Then we're going to start solving these problems the same way we did before. So 1 and 6, we took that last number and put it on our t-chart. -1, -6. 2 and 3, -2, -3. All of this is the same. We're checking for what number adds up to a +5. I got that from right here. And when I find 2 and 3, I'm still going to put them in my parentheses, just like we did before. X +2, x +3. But this time, that's not making my answer. This answer matches this equation. I need another one. I need a final answer to match my original equation. Okay, so we did a nice little swing, but the topic is called swing and divide. So whatever you did a swing with, that same 2, let me go ahead and highlight that again, that same 2 that you used up here, we're going to divide with that same number. Okay, so let me take out the highlights. We are going to come down here and we're going to write divide by 2, divide by 2. The same number that you started with the swing. Okay, we're going to try to simplify those fractions. So 2 divided by 2 is a 1. I'm going to write that down, x plus 1. Now, 3 divided by 2 doesn't divide. It also doesn't simplify. So what I'm going to do is if I cannot divide it, I'm going to swing it back and tuck it in front of the x. So that 2 is going to go with the x and the +3 will get to stay. That is a full answer, okay? It's a lot of work and you got to fit it all in that space. So kind of plan accordingly, okay? Let's go ahead and try the second problem. I'm going to show the same work. I'm going to start by circling my front number A and swinging it over. I keep x squared minus 2x, but now I have a -15. I'm going to take that -15, put it on my t-chart, and make my list. 1 and -15, -1, 15, 3, -5, -3, +5. Oops. We are trying to add up to a -2. That's the number that came out the middle. So -2. The pair that adds up to make that is 3 and a -5. So I put them in my parentheses, x with a +3, x with a -5. Now, what was the number that I did my swing with? That was a 3. So I'm going to come down here and divide with that same number, okay? Divide by 3, divide by 3, okay? Let me go ahead and get rid of the highlights. There we go. All right, now 3 does divide by 3 right here. I can simplify that, x plus 1. But over here, 5 does not divide by 3. So we're going to take it and kind of push it, swing it back into the front of that parenthesis. So it's going to look like 3x minus 5. Okay? If you need a second to copy anything down, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to number 3. All right, I'm going to start with the 8. Take the 8, multiply it, swing it over to 1. That makes a new 8. So I have x squared minus 6x plus 8. Plus 8 becomes my t-chart number, and I'm going to go 1, 8, -1, -8, 2 and 4, -2, -4. I'm looking for which pair adds up to this guy, -6. The pair that's going to add up is a -2, -4, so I put them in my parentheses, x minus 2, x minus 4. Okay, remember that you can pause this anytime. If you want to write first and then go back and listen, that works. Or listen first, go back and write. I always give you time for that. Okay? Once I have my parentheses, now I'm going to go back and divide. So I started with that 8. I'm going to put an 8 down here again. So divide by 8, divide by 8. Now, obviously 2 and 4 do not divide by 8. They do simplify. So let's make a little cloud over here. Okay, 2 over 8 is going to simplify to 1/4 in your calculator. 4 over 8 is going to simplify to 1/2 in your calculator. So when we swing back our number, we're actually going to be swinging back the 4 and swinging back the 2. So if it helps you, let me kind of make this fraction over here. If it helps you to do 1/4 and then swing it, that's fine. 1/2 and then swing it back, that's fine. So your answer on this one would look like 4x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. Okay? If you're ever not sure, remember that you can go back and check this. You can either FOIL it back together, or I think Mr. McCormick calls it the 2-finger check. So let me kind of show you what I mean by that. Let me get a big black dot here. Okay, I need 2 of them. If I come down here and I say, all right, take your fingers and cover up the last 2 terms. Do these pieces right here make this first guy? Yeah, 4x and 2x makes 8x squared. Okay, then you can kind of switch it. Then you can say, all right, if I cover up the first 2 guys, do the last 2 numbers make my last guy over here? Yeah, -1 and -1 makes a +1. If the 2-finger check works, that means your factoring is most likely correct. Okay? That's a quick way to make sure that your final answer matches the original. Okay? All right, if you need a second, pause it, write down problems 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to go to the last. All right, I'm looking at number 4. Number 4, we're going to multiply and swing that first number. Ooh, too fast, sorry. That first number all the way over. We're going to keep x squared minus 36. -36 goes on top of my t-chart, and we're going to list out all my numbers. There's a lot, so I might use 2 t's on this one, okay? Let's start. 1, -36, -1, 36. 2, -18, -2, 18. I got 3, -12, -3, 12. 4, -9, -4, 9. 6, and -6. I know that's a lot. Please write them all down. I would be looking for that to be complete on a quiz, okay? All right. We are trying to add up to a 0 because we have no middle number, remember. I need these numbers to cancel, so we're going to use a 6 and a -6. Let's write them in. X plus 6, x minus 6. Now, the number I started with was a 4. I swing him over to the 9, so we're going to divide him back out, okay? Now again, 6 over 4 simplifies. That simplified should go down to a 3 over 2. So if it helps you to simplify first and then draw your swing, that is fine. If you can do it in your head, that's also fine. Okay? But your answer should come out to be 2x plus 3, 2x minus 3. Okay? All right, let's go to 5. I'm going to take the 4, swing it over to 15. Makes x squared minus 16 plus 60. Sorry, 16x plus 60. 60 goes on top of my t-chart, and I start my list. 1 and 60, -1, -60. 2 and 30, -2, -30. If you run out of room, make a new row. 3, 20, -3, -20. I'm out of room, so I'm going to make another T. All right, we got 4 and 15, -4, -15. 5 and 12, -5, -12. 6 and 10, -6, -10. I'm checking 7 doesn't work, 8 doesn't work, 9 doesn't work, 10 doesn't work. So that's all my pairs. Which pair is going to add up to a negative 16? Well, that's my very last guys, negative 6, negative 10. Okay? All right, we're going x minus 6, x minus 10 over here in my parentheses, and we're going to divide it back out. You might notice something. These guys are the same, right? Ooh, fail. Haha, x minus 6, x minus 10. They are not the same, my bad. X minus 6, x minus 10, but we need to divide out that 4 we were just talking about. So 6 over 4, we did already simplify, 3 over 2. Swing him back. 10 over 4 simplifies to 5 over 2. We can swing him back. So it's looking like we got 2x minus 3 and a 2x minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and mark this again. Remember, we can do that 2-finger check. Give me just a second. Let me put it on the board so you can see it. All right, so if I was going to do this, I can do a quick check. 2x and 2x makes 4x. If I go this way, negative 3 and negative 5, that makes a positive 15, okay? All my pieces work, so I know I've done it right. Let's go ahead and do this last problem, and we are done. All right, taking our 9, we're going to swing it all the way over to 25. 9 sets of 25 is 225. All right, so if we look at this one, we're going to go 225. Do you guys remember back when we were doing these problems before what I told you if it's over 100, what you're supposed to do? Hopefully you remember to square root those numbers, okay? So if I square root 225, I get 15 and 15. Now, that's not going to add up and work because I'm trying to make a negative 30. So negative 15 would work. That's the pair I want. So x minus 15, x minus 15. These are the ones I was waiting for. They are the same. So remember, when they're the same, I don't have to write the second guy. I just need to put my exponent on him, okay? So if I was going to set up this last problem, oops, I would just white this out. We are not going to use that second parenthesis. Looking back at my problem, the number I did my swing with was 9. So we're going to divide by 9. 15, divide by 9 in the calculator. It's going to be 5 over 3. Let me put that over here. 5 over 3. We can swing that little 3 back out here. So we have 3x minus 5. And we are going to put a square on the outside because they were the same. I am zooming out, double zooming out so you can see every bit of that. If there was anything you missed, go ahead and copy it down, but we are done with Unit 12. Next time I see you, we should be quizzing. Please let me know if you have questions.